I like a bit of house music.
Shapes?
Yeah.
Are you a shape cutter?
I like me house music, dance music, and I think I'm renowned to like the rave.
It's your boy HP at the Source, Harry PINERO. Welcome to Pavement to Pitch, and today I'm joined by none other than England and Everton goalkeeper Jordan Pickford. Before we get into it, make sure you like, comment and subscribe so you can see my beautiful face every other day. So Jordan, let's get into it. You know, you're from Sunderland, from Washington. I thought it was DC. I thought you was an American guy. But talk to me about where you grew up and what it was like.
Grew up in Washington, Fairfield, you know, just a council estate with my family, and brilliant when you look back and look at the good times with your mates, running about in the streets, playing hide and seek, football on the streets, on the tarmac with my brother, all that sort of stuff. You look back and you think we had great times, you know, with the lads. Nowadays, all the kids want to be sat in the house playing Xboxes.
Yeah,
and stuff.
YouTubers, they want to be like Harry PINERO. Why would you want to do that? You know what I mean?
But when I was growing up, it was literally your mum and dad were shouting at you to get in the house. You got school the next day. So yeah, for football wise, me and my brother's like 6 years older, and he got me into football.
Yeah, with Sunderland, they've got like a very, very passionate love for football, and we can see that with I watched Sunderland till I die, and I saw how serious it was. Was that the same with you? Were your parents kind of involved in football as well, so it's kind of like a family thing? Yeah,
well, growing up, my brother was always like the one getting scouted all over the place, really. So like we were always involved with football. Yeah, the passion of Sunderland, second to none really, and you can see when I play in matches how much passion I have.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
I can hear you from my house.
Yeah, and it's just like I'm always like taught it, and I've got that passion, and yeah, up north it is. Football is bred.
Yeah. So the first start of when you actually did get scouted, how old was you, and what was that like to actually get noticed by people to say this guy's a good football player?
Yeah, I think I was 7. I was just playing for me like local.
7's such a wild age. Yeah. I only started getting realised that I was a good football player like 19. So that's a long time, do you know what I mean? But yeah, 7.
Yeah, when I was 7, I think back in the day there wasn't really goalkeepers wanting to play in goal. I think if you hear a lot of others' goalkeeper career, I think Edison only come into being a goalkeeper when he was 15 maybe, I think. So like, but from 7 I think I was drilled into being a keeper, and got scouted by Sunderland, then went to the development team for like 6 months, then got my first like under-9 contract, you know.
Signing for your boyhood team, what was that like for you, and what was your dreams and aspirations at that age? Was it to be a keeper for Sunderland? Yeah,
and everyone says that's your dream, you know, growing up playing football for your team you support, and I had the chance to go there, train, become friends with the teammates and under-9s all the way through. But like when you're that young, you just love playing football. Sometimes it was a bit hard, like certain events like firework nights when you were a kid and that, you know, like you couldn't go because you had training and stuff. And yeah, so a lot of sacrifice, not just for me parents, mum. If my dad was working, my mum would have to book taxis or try and nick a lift off somebody, you know, and get me to football. So like, always a lot of credit to my parents. They've had to sacrifice 3 times a week taking me there, you know.
I love that, because you see with the family aspect of it, it's something that's probably underrated when parents are, risking, free time for their child's dream and whatnot. But when you actually, made your debut for Sunderland, I can only imagine how rewarding it was for your parents to see their Jordan actually starting for the club.
I was on loan at Preston, then I got like called back, like just before their New Year's Day, and they told me I'll bring you back. Big Sam was.
What was that like for you though, to get that call?
Yeah, when I was happy, but I was having like a great season at Preston as well. But when I had the opportunity to make my debut for Sunderland, I think I was like 21 at the time, and I've been like chomping at the bit for quite a while. To get that call saying you come back, you're going to play in the FA Cup, it was just like, it was Arsenal away, I remember. Then so all my family came down. Luckily my agents had a box, so they took over the box for the day, and it was just like a great day for everybody. Then it was, the mad one was like the week later we had Swansea midweek, then on the Saturday we had Spurs away. So we stayed down like from Swansea on the Wednesday, we stayed down to Spurs, and it was an early kick-off, and then next thing I get a phone call off the keeper coach Saturday morning, "Oh, get ready, you're playing." And I Because
what do you do in that position? You're just randomly getting put in a firing line.
Yeah, I just rang my mum and dad straight away. Said I'm in. Yeah, I couldn't plan anything, but luckily I've got some relatives down London, like Kent way, and my uncle and my cousin came to the game anyway, so it was nice to see them there.
That's amazing. I mean, look, playing also for Sunderland and then essentially ended up playing in the Premier League, getting signed for Everton. What's that like? Because Premier League is completely different from the Championship, and also playing in a team with, you know, world-class players. Yeah. How different was that for you?
Yeah, it was. The good thing was I had like 6 loan moves, you know, and I was going on loan every year since 17, 18. It was always crossing bridges, and I was ready for that step, you know. Going to Preston was my final bridge I had to step over because that was my challenge. My keeper coach then is my keeper coach at Everton now, so it's like...
Oh, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Staying with you.
So, but then, yeah, the Premier League is a total different level, you know. World-class players, some of the best players in the world, you know. But it also makes your decision making a bit easier because the quality, the deliveries, like De Bruyne's delivery, etc. You know how top their deliveries are, and if they're whipping them balls, you know, you can't come for it straight away because the delivery's that good. But it's football at the end of the day.
Yeah,
you gotta love it. Yeah.
Of course, we love it. I mean, you're speaking about the world-class players you're playing against, but you're also someone who's very vocal on the pitch. Like I said, I can hear you sometimes, and that's something that's a character trait about you. Is that something that you've had to learn, or have you always been that way, being a commanding figure?
Yeah, I just think it's part of my job, you know. I've always had it since I was a kid, and it's always for the right reasons, to try and help the team. I can see the full pitch, so it's in that aspect of, for me, if I'm trying to help the team by talking, it should make their game easier. Also makes my game easier, you know. Yeah, I think commanding and being a leader on the pitch is part of the job, and more leaders you have on the pitch, more successful as a team you would be.
Look at them quotes. I mean, the way you speak, I should genuinely write some of the quotes on my
You wouldn't think I'm from Washington, would you?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Again, I mean, look, with your career, it's just one of those things that I can just see it's just elevating and elevating, and then you ended up being a keeper for England. Played 30 appearances so far. Yeah. I mean, playing for your country must be the biggest achievement so far in your career. How has that been for you?
Yeah, it's great. It's unbelievable.
A smile on his face, eh?
It's remember my first game against Germany at Wembley. Another massive experience for me and my whole family, and the work we've done. Then that journey with all the lads and the staff, getting the World Cup, and being #1 at the World Cup is a great feeling. And the best one for this was like my family followed me, missus and that. They all followed me like to the games at the World Cup. But then on the semi-final, I brought me keeper coach from Sunderland and Mark Prideaux and Kevin Ball. They came out to watch the semi-final, like to rush, like to say thank you. You know what I mean? So like that privilege of being in the England setup, but never look away from where your backgrounds. You know what I mean?
What's it like though playing with all those players? Because I guess when you're playing against them in teams, you probably hate them when you're.
It's a challenge,
yeah. It's such a challenge. But when you guys all link up together, what is it like? Is the harmony in the squad as good as it looks on the pitch these days?
Yeah, it's like a perfect 10 days away. You know what I mean? We're away 10 days every camp. You know, the banter's there. We work hard and you have the fun. But when we work. You know, off the pitch. You have all the lads are just brilliant, and like the team togetherness, the reason we will be successful, you know. And for me, it's a great 10 days away.
Yeah, I can see with this team now though, especially with yourself, everybody feels like they're very confident, and we feel like, I know we had a lot of pressure as the media for you guys to do well in this competition, but how well do you guys think you can do with the squad that we've got? Yeah,
you know, if you just look at all the players in the squad and people who's been injured and stuff, and the availability, I think we can beat anybody. We've got to be ready on that day to beat them. You know, I think you look at the group stage, every game's going to be tough. If you get through the group stage, when you get through the group stage, if you finish top, you're going to play one of the top teams in the world. You know, because of the way the groups are full. So every team you've just got to be able to beat. But the quality and the depth in the squad, we've got a right chance.
You're luckily to be managed under, you know, Carlo Ancelotti, one of the greatest managers we've ever seen. Yeah. How has he elevated your game, and what type of manager is he for you?
he's like a legend in the game, isn't he? He's calm, you know.
Everyone says that.
Yeah, he's calm, he's relaxed, but if you need to get his point across, he will.
Yeah.
He's a good man manager, and like you can go and speak to him anytime you want if you wanted to. But for me, yeah, it just gives us that calm persona really, and just tells you what you need to know really.
Yeah. So Jordan, off the pitch now, what are you into? Because I'm guessing you like a bit of golf, like to tee up.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you like doing outside of football, and how does that help you, you know, stay focused and not just think about football all the time?
Golf's my big one at the minute, you know. Sport-wise, there's not much more you can do if you're a footballer these days. You've got limited, so playing golf quite a bit with my mates, you know. With the pandemic, I haven't been able to go home much, but I love going home, seeing my family, my friends, you know. Living down here with my missus and little one, we don't get to spend much time up north, so just to get up there, see friends, family, and just like having get-togethers really.
You see, with me, I've started cooking of late. They could call me a chef.
Wow.
What are you a chef? Are you a cooker? Are you a whipping up in the kitchen type of guy?
I don't mind cooking.
What's a meal? What's a Jordan Pickford meal?
I'm not bad at little British mince and dumplings from scratch.
From scratch?
Yeah.
So from the beginning?
Yeah.
Are you big on pepper?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, Jordan.
Yeah, I love cooking, but I always get wrong because I hate tidying up. So my missus, I try and call my missus over to tidy. So I'm head chef, you're a sous chef, you know what I mean?
Cool. So it's a teamwork thing.
Yeah, gotta be on it.
If you're watching, babe, it's a teamwork thing.
Yeah, she knows.
Yeah, she knows. She knows. In regards to like music, I know in the dressing room everyone's got their style. If when it comes to you now and Jordan Pickford, they've given you the aux lead, what type of music do you like listening to?
I like a bit of house music. Old
shapes.
Yeah.
Are you a shape cutter?
No, I haven't got many shapes. I'm not going to do any. I like my house music, dance music, and I think I'm renowned to like the rave, as everyone would like. But yeah, a bit of everything really. I'm not too fussed, but the rave. But before a game, I've got to, if I've got the aux lead, I've got to keep it quite settled down, you know what I mean? Because the lads will be on me, you know. But yeah, I like my music.
And obviously you said that, you know, you've been living in Liverpool for quite long. How is it though sometimes, you know, not being able to see your family with all the pandemic that's happened? How has it been for you as a football player? And also a person?
Yeah, I had the opportunity to go home for like 3 months, and it was like, we had a great time because my little one he just turned 1 at the time, so he was just starting to walk and stuff, and we had like great experiences being up home and thinking we haven't had the opportunity to do that for so long.
Yeah.
But it's nice, you know, when everything's back to normal, you know, we have my parents always coming down, or we might go home for the night or some. But you are limited because days off are limited, and you're always on the football brain.
Yeah. Quickly though, before we wrap this up, I just want to know, where are you going to be sitting on the plane to the Euros? Are you going to be sitting at the window so you can see all the people in London and England, or are you trying to sit in the middle?
I'll be in the middle, being the joker.
Hey, there we have it. And listen guys, I've been Harry PINERO, this has been Jordan Pickford, Pro Direct, Pavement to the Pitch. Guys, make sure you subscribe and like and comments, because if you don't, you're never going to see me again, all right? And I mean that with all my heart. There we go.